Hey folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to the long-awaited return to Kerbal Space Program. And what do I mean by return? Well, way back in 2011, I grabbed one of the very first builds available for KSP. It had nothing. It had like 4 parts. It had, I don't even think there was a moon. There wasn't anything in game to help you like figure out your orbits or anything of that nature. People had to make like Excel spreadsheets to figure out, orbital speeds and things like that. There was nothing to it. And in it, I said, this is really cool. I'll have to revisit this once there's more to it. Well, now version 1 has been released, and people are saying, well, maybe it's time for you to return to it. I will say this, one of the reasons I've delayed this is because I know a lot of people have put hundreds and hundreds of hours into this, and I've intentionally tried to avoid any but the most basic sort of spoiler-esque things about this game. I have gone through most of the training tutorials. I've checked out the wiki. I've tried to read a few things so that I know the hotkeys and things like that, but other than that, I don't know all the crazy strats that you need to do to, that can really accelerate you, and I don't want to know them. I want to be able to figure them out on my own, and I'm really worried that you guys watching this in the comments, if I don't psychically know something mysterious and magical because you guys have put in hundreds of hours or watched dozens and dozens of Let's Plays about this, I'm really worried you guys are going to shit all over me for not knowing something. So please be nice. It should be fun as we go through many spectacular failures in this game, which to me is the whole fun of this. Why would you want to watch me know everything from the start? That would be boring. Let's fail together. So we're going to play the career mode. Again, I've gone through some of the training sessions. Some of them are like returning from the moon and pulling an asteroid around. I'm like, listen, I don't need to know that. Let's just make sure that, I can sort of maybe turn and we'll hopefully that'll be good enough. We'll start the career mode. I was looking at the flags earlier. I really like this one with the paper airplane. And also, I don't know, I like anything that's blue for some reason. So I'm going to grab that one. We're going to stay on normal difficulty over here just because honestly, I don't know what most of these things do. So we'll just leave it on normal. That sounds fine. Nothing more challenging. Yeah, I loaded up before to make sure everything was working and that I got the buttons. And I will say this, I have just briefly glanced at a couple other people starting a Let's Play, just again, so sort of like day one, I wouldn't be completely lost. And there's definitely some stuff that it doesn't tell you about here. It's like, listen, hey, you can click to the science center and then start building your spaceship. But what I see people doing is like all this crazy stuff, like they just build a single command module, stick it on the launch pad, and then do a bunch of sciencey things over there. There's nothing in the game that hints that you might want to build up to that. There is over here the contracts, but right away it's like, okay, speed records and things like that. Sure, okay, we can work on that. But there's not really an indication about like this whole like harvesting science from a variety of biomes and things. So it's like, I'm happy I looked a little bit, but I'm unhappy that I had to look that much to figure things out. Anyway, let's get started. We'll go ahead and use the first little trick that I saw. Again, there's going to be a lot of things I don't know, but we may as well start with this. If you don't know, Kerbal Space Program is a game where you build spaceships and do spaceship-y stuff. Try to get into space without, crash landing and killing yourself, for example. So we'll go ahead and basically, as far as I get it, step 1, build the command pod, which will host our single Kerbal. I believe this one has, crew capacity of 1. We don't have any science modules available right now, other than the mystery goo, which I guess we should probably get started with. I don't know if putting more than 1 makes a big difference or not, but we'll try. We'll do that and go into, for the sake of argument, symmetry mode and some angle snapping to make things nicer. And we'll snap things on the side. How do I get a proper angle? I want to line it up like right there. There we go. There, that's our initial spaceship, you guys. It's not even going to leave the launch pad. And that's okay. So we're going to call this Science Pod 1. Boom, just like that. And launch. So obviously we're not going to be able to go anywhere. All it's going to do is stick us on the launch pad and we'll take some initial readings. I mean, basically, it's a lot like if you've ever watched any of the shows about how they worked up to the Apollo space program, you do things in little steps and you make sure that various things work. Like, all right, we've got the pod, we've got a crew member in here. Let's go and you can do a crew report here. So you get all these things like, it's not really explained. There are the tutorials, sort of, but yeah. There's a crew report here. We can check that out. Record the crew's assessment of the situation. How's the pod? Is it comfortable? Are the seats good? If you have to pee, can you handle that? So we'll go ahead and we'll keep this data here. So you can either transmit it or recover it. I don't have an antenna here, so I don't actually know why I can transmit it. Maybe there's a certain amount you can always transmit, even if you don't have an antenna. But we are, of course, going to recover this pod, so there's no reason to do the transmit. We can presumably keep it if I understand things correctly. And what we can do is we can do the same thing with our mystery goo. Open one up. Get 3 science from that, which is pretty good, so we'll keep that. Can we do the other one and also get science from it? It looks like the answer is yes, so that's pretty good. And then if I understand it correctly, we can then do an EVA. So Jebediah here is going to exit the pod. Can I click on him? EVA report. Most precarious situation. 5.6 science from this. So I guess we keep that science, and then, like, or do we transmit the first one? Let's try transmitting. No comms device. Okay. So I don't think it matters if I'm on the spaceship or if I'm down here. It's the same result. I can't take any ground samples, which I know is something you can do later on. So with that, I guess we'll, I don't know if it matters, but I suppose we'll grab back on and then reboard. I don't think it matters if we do that or not. Command module, EVA report while flying over Kerbin's shores. All right. And then recover vessel. So this should not cost us any money. We should still be at the 25,000 bucks. I don't know, Kerbal space bucks. I don't know what you'd call it. Yep, there it is. We got all our bits and pieces back. We didn't complete any of these contracts over here, so we got no bonus money, but that's fine. We got a bunch of science. Okay, from the second goo container, we did only get like 0.7 science. We still got a little bit of it. From reading on the wiki, it sounds like you get your full science the first time, much less the second time, a microscopic amount the third time, and that's it. So these are observations from the launch pad. We got an EVA report while flying over Kerbin's shores. Could we do another one then if we're up from the ground? Because we were still, I think we were EVA'd, but we were attached to the pod while we were doing this. So just out of curiosity, and then crew report from the launch pad. If I were to do this, hey, we even got XP. If I were to immediately relaunch, can I just click here? The science pod. I guess we'll use Jebediah again. And then launch that. Let's see here. If we do that, and what we do is we just EVA, and then climb out, and then walk away. And then I don't want a crew report. I want EVA report from the ground. Yes! EVA report from launch pad, which is different. So we can keep this data. Presumably it's different. And then, again, I don't think we need to go in, but I could get an extra crew report, I suppose. We might get like a microscopic amount of science. No science whatsoever. Okay, so let's recover the vessel now, and I'll check something. Because the last one said EVA report, yes, from like flying over the whatever. But now it's from launch pad instead. So we got no science from there, but we got a little bit more science. Cool. We got our funds back. And that's nice. So if we go to our research and development, again, I'm mostly just figuring this out as we go, and I can check the science archives here. I can see I got a crew report from the launch pad, an EVA from the launch pad, an EVA while flying over Kerbin's shores. Clearly, I was not actually flying over the shores, but whatever, I'll take it. We got some mystery goo data, and right, these are like filters. Right, we got one flying low and three of them considered to be landing. It's a little bit weird, but okay, we'll take it. So I have 13 science, which will give me enough to get this. What does it say? 3 and 4. Is that how many? Oh, it's how many things it unlocks. Okay, and if you mouse over, it shows you the cost. So that'll cost me 5, and this will cost me 5. So now we've got some extra solid fuel boosters, the liquid fuel engines, that sort of thing. I suppose maybe I wouldn't have had any of that originally. Is that possible that I would have had no engines at all available to me for my first ship? Yes, because I unlocked all those. Okay, so your first ship, you have no choice but to sit on the pod and do an EVA, I guess. All right, so it does sort of hold your hand to do that, which is pretty good. Now, I think we can get a little bit more of this freebie science, actually. If I exit, it just exits this, right? Doesn't bring me to the main menu or anything. I think we can get some more freebie science if we do a similar thing, but from the airplane design screen. So we'll just put down one of these cockpits. I think you can use the command pod as well, but this cockpit is much more crash tolerant. So I think if you happen to like bump your nose, it's less likely to just explode and kill everyone than the other one. And we don't have anything to do here. Like I'm actually just missing a lot of stuff that I would want. Except science. Oh, right, we unlocked this science junior thing, which is pretty good. So let's go and plop one of those down. I guess we only need one goo container. I mean, we get a little bit of extra science if we put 2 on. So let's go ahead and put symmetrical goo containers there. I don't think we need the antenna because we're not going anywhere with this one. We're going to I suspect not anyway. For the sake of argument, we'll go ahead and put on, I don't know, a fuel tank. Although we'll probably just crash it. You know what? Never mind. Delete. Here, this is our space plane. Except not. This is going to be plane science pod 1. That's all it is. We're just testing the design of the science component of a future plane. If we go to launch, hopefully it doesn't kill me. And I'm mostly just guessing here. Okay, it has not indeed killed me. It is wibbling and wobbling a little bit. So presumably I can get a crew report from the runway. Reporting in at the runway. Good thing there's not a lot of air traffic because I don't think we'll ever get clearance from the tower to be here. No kidding. We literally can't do anything. So we'll observe the mystery goo. There we go. We're getting some more free data from there. And here. So this is a little bit gamey. It's not like the fun part of going into space. And I do apologize to anyone watching who thinks this is kind of boring. And I kind of agree with you. Let's EVA out. So, oh, if I did put an antenna, I'd be able to get double information here. Take data. Store experiments. Ah, okay. Crew report doesn't... Oh, that's that. Okay. EVA report. No, we don't want this one. Because this is the 0. This is flying over Kerbal shores. We have that one already. So instead, what I want to do is sort of climb down, thump, get an EVA report from the runway. Ah, spacesuit not required. We get some extra science. Keep that data. And I'm curious, if I were to just go and recover now, would Jebediah come with me, or do I have to reboard it? We got to find out at some point. I have no idea what's going to happen here. Okay, we got science. Jebediah was recovered. We didn't get our parts. You know what? I think we only recovered Jebediah. Aha! Our space plane is still there, but now we can recover it and get our money back. Okay, okay. So if you recover when your guy's outside the pod, you only recover him, not the spaceship. And we got extra science that was sitting in there. Okay, good. We got all our parts back. We're still at 25 grand. Cool. How about we build an actual spaceship now? So presumably, we may have unlocked a few extra bits. General Rocketry. The swivel liquid engine is good because we've got a liquid engine here. Alternator, engine, propellant. And if we compare it to this one, it's got a gimbal. 3 degrees thrust vectoring. So our liquid fuel engine here will help us steer, not just, you know, any sort of aerodynamic surfaces we've got. The liquid engine here can actually steer a little bit. So we'll grab that. What the heck? We didn't grab the stability. Maybe we would have wanted the stability. I don't know. Survivability. Well, we already have parachute. We don't need a heat shield. Landing strut. Service bay. I think we're going to be good as is. Okay. Let's build our first thing that will go up. And you know what we're going to try to do? We're going to try to land in the water with that. We're just going to go up a little bit and then try to land in the water. And then get some extra science out of that. So that'll be step 2 of our test. It's just like a short range. Like it's just like a basic SR rocket, like short range ship 1, something like that. So we're gonna go command pod. We're gonna give it just a very tiny fuel tank. We don't need much fuel at all. We're not going very far. Like that. Since we're landing into water, I don't think we even need the separation or anything like that. We'll give it a little swivel engine. Wow. Oh, hold on. I forgot. We need the Science Junior component. Then that. We also need to make sure we've got a parachute on top. And again, we'll throw down a couple of goo things on the side. If we put a transmitter on here, we can also transmit some data from the air, including if we check on the goo when we're in the air. Well, we already have a report. No, we can just check things. We're going to recover this thing. This is going to survive. So we may have to check the reports while we're in the air, but that's pretty much it. Now, I don't have any SAS type module. I do have a pilot in here, but I don't think that matters. So stability is going to be entirely manual at this point. We do have the separator, but we shouldn't have to do that. I do need to split this up, of course, though. I need to put step 1, start gas, start fuel. Step 2 is going to be deploy parachute. All right, I think this works. How do we, oh, engineers. Huh. Contracts, more of that. I think you can, like, save your design, and then if you just go to Launchpad, you can assign crew from there. We've got a pilot assigned, and it still seems smart that we keep working with a pilot for now. I don't know if it makes a difference. I don't know. I know there's, like, pilot, science, and, like, engineer type Kerbals that you can put in here. I don't know how much of a difference it makes one way or another. Okay, so step 1, if we hit space, it'll launch the engine. Now we can throttle up at that point. Whoa! Okay, we're fully throttled. I want to go that way. Nope, not that much. Not that much. We got a speed record. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Oh, I was going to say kill the engine, but we just ran out of juice anyway. Well, I guess what we want to do now is open our parachute. I don't think we're going to make it to the water. I didn't realize we'd run out of fuel so fast. I mean, I realized I only grabbed the small tank, but holy crap. This parachute is going to expand, right? Please, 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 please. Oh, crap. What the hell? Okay, no, we're slowing down. We're slowing down. Okay, we're going to be... Are we going to get below the 7 that I think we need for the engine to survive? Answer is no. So we've lost the engine, but everything else is fine. We're going a little too fast still upon landing. I suppose we can still get a little bit of science out of this. I could have crew reported in the air. I don't think there's going to be much here. Oh, there is! Crew report from the Space Center, as opposed to the launch pad. All right, that's useful. And we'll observe the mystery goo. How do I, there we go, rotate around. Goo seems bored. We still got some science. This one will tell me it's worth 3, but it won't actually be because it's a duplicate. It'll give me another point, what, 7? Material bay over here. Lots of science. Shows little signs of change. One of the samples appears to be judging you silently. Love it. And this would be an EVA flying above the coast. I guess we could find that out, couldn't we? Yeah, it's not worth anything, so we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to go... Okay, I can still descend. All right, you're fine. Don't worry about it, buddy. Now if we report... I don't think a spacesuit was required, so the Kerbal Space Center, get a bit more science. Good. Can I climb aboard? Maybe, how do I adjust my view here? There we go, to be more sensible. Can I close this? Can I interact with the ship in any way whatsoever? Climb? Nope. Apparently the answer is no. What if I jump up and then hit climb? Alright, if I just hit recover vessel. I think it'll do the thing where it recovers my guy, and then I'll have to recover my vessel after. Kind of a weird way of doing it. Yeah, so we got Jebediah back. He got a bit of science. Didn't get any XP. And then we click on the ship itself, recover it. We get our science. We don't get all of our parts back, but we actually have positive money because we completed the mission to reach a certain speed over here. 150 meters a second. Cool. Okay, let's try that one more time. I want to hit the ocean. I do have a little bit of science. I don't think it's enough to... it might be enough to buy something. And the survivability. I don't think I need any of this. No. But the stability parts might help. Some winglets. A little bit of lifting surface, which might help me steer a bit more. I have no idea. Alright. Back to the drawing board. Does it start me off a blank slate or whatever I had last time? Whatever I had last time. So let's detach this. How do I just detach the engine part of it? Hold shift. Okay. Grab this thing, delete it. So we're going to use, I guess, more fuel. I guess you would normally use more like a solid rocket booster, wouldn't it? To get a little bit more height. You wouldn't really lift off with the liquid fuel, would you? Although, it seems fine as long as I get a little bit more. I suppose I could really overdo it if I wanted to. Right, I could, what is it, alt-click? Yeah. Do something like that. Probably completely unnecessary. And then throw down some basic fins as opposed to winglets. Again, I don't have any data here as to what they do. Oh, right-click for more info. Lifting surface 0.37. 0.12. Okay, so this obviously does more. It's a lot heavier, but that's probably way overkill for the size of what we're doing here. Yeah, that seems a lot more reasonable. All right. Hopefully I don't need anything else. Let's launch. We did lose the engine last time, but again, my goal was to land in the ocean, not land on land. Luckily, we didn't lose too much. We didn't lose our pilot. That's important. So where's the ocean? It's that way. Okay. So it would be nice if I could rotate ahead of time. I guess I could just yaw to the right. Maybe I should start by going straight up and then worry about it. Okay, that seems reasonable. Let's launch. Again, I'll rotate because rotating is fun. Got lots of fuel left. Okay. Pitch down just ever so slightly. Oh, I wasn't even going at full speed either. Well, now we're really going to burn through our juice. Stable. Okay, let's kill the speed. Oh, we're really not getting much control. Very little thruster, very little thruster. We're still going to have lots of fuel left. Now, should I do a crew report here? I don't think we'd get anything, would we? Because we already have the low-lying flight. Oh, no, we do. I can't transmit because I don't have that. So I'll have... Oh, maybe I should have gotten a transmitter because I would have been able to... how do I get rid of that pop-up? There we go. Observe one goo. Because I would have been able to get 2 sensor readings out of this. Keep the data here. And then we'll do another one when we land. So let me kill that. And then... pop the parachute out. And then hopefully... That's a little bit rough. A little bit rough. Hopefully gently land in the ocean. No idea that this is going to work at all. At all. I'm getting some little pop-ups down there. What was that saying? I'm not going to EVA here while we're floating about because I think I'll get ripped out. Ripped off. Oh, that's the other thing, is I could potentially do a materials bay from in the air? You know what, we'll do that another time. Is there any way to stop, like, jerking around like crazy here? We are descending. Wow, it's going to take a while. I guess I can... Using warps can affect structural stability of the vehicle. Careful using it with large ships. Okay. I guess it makes more sense when we're in space. Wow, this is... I think it'll stabilize a bit more once the parachute opens. We're not even particularly thin atmosphere over here. Can we maybe turn around there? Okay. All right. Gentle. All right, we lost the parachute. Oh, fuck, we lost everything. We lost everything. So I do this, it'll ask me if I want to get a new one, which I don't. Can I EVA without killing me? You know what? Let's not risk it. Let's recover the vessel. Now, what I'm thinking is we probably had too much stuff. Yes, we recovered some parts, but not very many. I'm thinking is this. One parachute. Wait, what? Oh, there's more debris we can recover. Yeah, just a little bit of trash. Oh, we recovered one of the goo things. All right, so we still got a little bit of science. Thank God for that. And we got some more dispatches. What do we get? We completed distant record. Oh, okay. And another record. Okay, and an altitude and that. Okay, so what's our next goals? Faster, higher, farther. I mean, we could just focus on that. But I was really hoping to get a little bit more science. What I suppose I could do is maybe make a real plane. When do we get, like, actual plane wings? There must be... Oh, aviation over here. You need 45 science for actual wings. I mean, maybe we can sort of make a plane now, but I wouldn't trust it too terribly much. There's more survivability, but we can't get that. I think in the next episode, we're going to try... I would really like to do this ocean thing. I guess we'd have to make one that properly had the full separation to land more delicately. Or more parachutes, which I think you can do. Now, I don't know if you can stack... I guess the nose cone one, you probably can't stack any more of those, right? Like that. But, oh, I'd have to unlock the survivability one, because then I could get, what do they call it? Like the lateral parachutes, which you can stick on the side, or radial parachutes maybe. You can stick on the side, so we can have like a parachute here, and just be able to hold this on more. Or, we just don't go through with as much weight, which would probably make us parachute a little bit more delicately. And we can also use the separation thing, which, you know, the stack decoupler. I could just abandon everything here. Obviously it gets expensive, but it might be worthwhile. We'll have to see how it goes. Thank you very much for watching this episode. This is a brand new series. I do really appreciate any comments that are helpful, assuming everyone can be nice about it. Would be really, really useful to get some, you know, little advice. Try not to spoil things, but just little hints would be good. And of course, being a new series, if you can leave a like and anything like that makes a big, big, big difference. And if you're new to the channel, I usually cover strategy and simulation games. If you're into that sort of thing, or if you just want to see me fail at more KSB, make sure to hit that subscribe button. See you next time, folks. Bye-bye.